All right, Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement.
Uh, what can I say? I want to congratulate Todd, Toledo coach. That was his 400th win here at in college level, and awfully good coach, great program, good winners. It's 90. I think they were net was 90s in the 90s, and had a shot to beat them after a long trip. We had one trip to Ohio, and then this long trip here. So I'm proud of the guys. We're getting better. We're moving into where we're learning how to win and compete. I think by the time we get into the conference, we'll be a handful for a lot of people.
Is there anything that maybe you would like to see different tonight that maybe would have put you over the edge, give you the win?
Well, we made critical mistakes, and one of them was we were down 2 points. Obina went over to double team on a deep post, and our weak side didn't do what he was supposed to. We practice it all the time, and it's just a matter of focus. It's not knowing. It's not focusing. And we gave him up a bucket, made it 4 points. And when the game gets back and forth like this, those are things you cannot do. And you know what? He made a mistake. That's where you have to learn. There are certain times that you cannot make mistakes. And that's how you learn to win. You learn, okay, this one, there's really no time you can take a time off, but there are critical times. And this was a critical time, and it's just a lack of focus. And we have to make sure that we eliminate that. And I think they will. These are young men who want to compete and play, and they're learning how to play with each other. And now we're learning how to win. And we're right there. We're right there.
Coach, what were the emotions when Cam hit that three to make it 87-88?
Well, I've seen a lot of them. So if you're asking the emotion for me, even when I played and even when I was really young, I never went real high or real low. I just not that type of person. Every now and then you'll catch me, but usually if you see that from me, we won the game. It's not during the game. I don't get that up and down. After the game, maybe. I think I came in one time and said, boom, that's about what you're going to get from me. And it's usually always after the game, not during the game. During the game, I'm trying to stay focused and playing each play. Don't get too excited. Don't get too low. But I was proud of these kids. I was proud of Obina. What a heck of a game he put on. I was proud of Cam Kerfman's second half. Came out and he started doing things. We got to get the Nate played solid. I think we got good stuff out of Crawford. I think he can be a little bit more focused for the game. I think he will. He missed some shots that he normally would make. If he's really, really coming with the intent to competing. And then Jacob, second half, started coming around a little bit. We got to keep asking for more. He's got to keep coming with his game and be more. If I told him, I said, you just can't come down and pass it over and expect everybody else to do all the playing. You got to involve yourself and be aggressive and make moves that create plays for people, not just passing it to the next guy. So if we can get him getting there a little bit further, we get Wyatt Fricks back with us for the next game, coming home for 3 games. 3 tough teams, or 2 tough teams. One, UNC Wilmington to beat Kentucky, and I think Greensboro is still 10-1 or something like that. Both of them the top of their league. So we played a really tough mid-major schedule with Kentucky in it too. And you know what? I'm proud of these kids. I hope people at Marshall are. 1-point game with a shot at the end to win here. Not bad.
How important is that homestand going to be, Coach? How important is that homestand going to be finally to just have some games consistently at home?
Well, again, I go, and I've told y'all this, so I never look on down the road. It's one game at a time. So how important is it? Well, it's the next game. It's important. I don't go that, okay, we got to have this stretch or, it's every game, one game. You got to come and play that game. Momentum is, I hear it, but you got to be, momentum is good until it isn't, and you never know when it isn't. And anybody says they know out of their mind. So we play each game. We got 2 good teams. I hope our fans will get out. It's a good holiday season. It's around Christmas, which is my favorite time of the year. And it's good just to, it's good to just be a part of something that somebody's giving you all they got. And these kids are giving it all they got. We do have to get people on our bench. They got to come with the idea they got to be aggressive. When they stepping in there, they got to put some physicality in the game. We got to get a little bit better there. Fritz is going to help us when he steps back in. And then I think we're going to be okay. I really believe in this team, and we get down into the conference, then we'll be a factor when we hit that tournament, and during the regular season of the conference, we'll be a factor.
Coach, back to this one real quick. Obviously didn't have a timeout there, late in the game. Just first of all, how difficult does that make it? And second of all, are you pretty impressed with how, these guys were able to just figure it out kind of on their own and get something going?
Well, we play that way anyway, all the time. We practice that. And you know what? If the coach gets involved and calls timeout, he can make mistakes too. Sometimes you eliminate a mistake by not putting the coach into it. We got a good look. That was a shot that he makes, and makes a lot. It looks a little off balance, and for some it is, but for him, he makes that shot all the time. So we couldn't have gotten a better shot. It was 8 foot. There was nobody in front of him. A little quick. He turned a little quick, and he had to adjust his body control, but he's capable of doing that. So I put him in the ball game. I took Nate out because I thought we might need a 3. They were shooting a 1-on-1, but they missed it. So we tried to recorrect and go early and try to get to the rim. He had a nice look at it, just didn't pull it off. But you know what? That happens. And I was proud of these guys. And I'm not going to be happy riding home, but I'm looking forward to the next game. They're giving you something to keep looking on down the road and watch them grow.
And just one more for me. Just how difficult was it to guard Tyler Cochran? I mean, 33 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. How difficult? Sorry, I think my laptop's making a lot of noise. But how difficult was it to try to stop Tyler Cochran tonight? He finished with 33 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
Right. Well, we don't look at individuals. We look at teams, and we try to stop teams, not individuals. Where we messed up and where we got to be better at, we switch a lot. So we got guards down there. In the first half, we weren't aggressive enough getting back to give them double teams. And we got to do that. And they can't just go back and hang around. They got to attack the ball. Thought we did a better job the second half. But that's something that you give up. But again, we had enough turnovers from them and chances for extra shots. We only had I think 8 turnovers from ourselves. I don't know how many they had. Y'all looking at there, but how many turnovers? Y'all have it on their stat sheet?
Yeah, 11.
They had 11 turnovers. We had 8. So you know what? It's you just have to go down in there, and that's some of the defense. That's something you have to work on. But we've taken out their plays. They can't run their plays against us with the switches. The biggest weakness is, and they haven't been able to score on their bigs outside. Every now and then we give one up inside, but they turn the ball over a lot, getting it down in there. And I thought that the first part of the game, we weren't as aggressive as we should have been. We didn't come when we talked about when it gets near that paint, you got to go. And we will get better at it. That's just learning how to win.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.